Good day, everyone. My name is Rosmedal Aziz, and today I'll be presenting my research article or my research paper entitled Computational Analysis and Simulation for Stormwater Management, a framework for efficient stormwater management and urban resilience. Okay, so for the overview, I'll be discussing the introduction, problems, research objective, methodology, results, discussion, and recommendation. So, urbanization is drastically changing how cities interact with water. So, as more natural land is paved over, water can no longer infiltrate the ground. So, it runs off quickly, overwhelming drainage systems. At the same time, many of these systems are outdated. So, not built for the volume or intensity of storms we're now experiencing due to climate change. All of this contributes to increased flooding, water quality issues, and public safety concern. Okay, so there's a clear need for more adaptive, data driven approaches to stormwater management. So, for the problems, as cities grow, we see more buildings, roads, and pavements replacing natural land. These impermeable surfaces prevent water from soaking into the ground, which increases surface runoff. Unfortunately, most of our existing drainage systems were not designed to handle this volume of water, especially during extreme storms. Combined with the effects of climate change, like more frequent typhoons and unpredictable rainfall, urban areas are at a much higher risk of flooding and infrastructure damage. So the goal of this research is to develop a computational framework that allows us to simulate, analyze, and improve stormwater systems in urban environments. EPA's Stormwater Management Model, or SWMM, is used for hydrological simulation and combined it with optimization techniques, specifically the genetic algorithms, to test and improve various infrastructure scenarios. So the goal is not just to reduce flooding, but to do it cost effectively in a way that cities can realistically implement. And for the methodology, a mid-sized urban watershed in Metro Manila was chosen as the study area. Data collected using GIS tools can be used for mapping terrain and land use, while rainfall data will be coming from PAGASA. So the SWMM tools was used to model stormwater behavior under different scenarios such as baseline conditions, green infrastructure additions, and optimized layout. So the genetic algorithm was also used to identify the best locations and sizes for stormwater structures like detention basins and bioswales. So minimizing cost while maximizing flood reduction. So there are three simulated scenarios, and the first one is the baseline, which reflects the current infrastructure. So this scenario showed the highest peak runoff and the most flooded nodes. The second scenario introduced green infrastructure elements such as bioswales, permeable pavements, and rain gardens. So this reduced by peak runoff by 18% and improve water quality. Then the third is the optimized hybrid scenario, which is the combined infrastructure with strategically designed detention basin based on the optimization model. So this resulted in a 35% reduction in peak runoff, fewer flooded nodes, and a 22% cost savings compared to traditional infrastructure expansions. So the main takeaway is that data-driven planning works rather. So green infrastructure is helpful, but when paired with computational optimization, it becomes more it becomes even more effective. The framework helps engineers and city planners make better infrastructure decisions, balancing performance, cost, and environmental impact. And since the method is based on commonly available tools like SWMM and GIS, it can be adapted to other urban areas around the world. And for future vision and recommendation, looking ahead, stormwater systems should be dynamic and smart. So, by integrating real time data from sensors and applying machine learning algorithms, cities can respond to storms as they happen. Imagine a system that reroutes water or adjusts storage capacity automatically during heavy rainfall. So that's the future we envision. And this evolution supports not just sustainability, but resilience in the face of climate change. So that's all for the discussion of my research paper. Thank you for listening and watching.